Hello, and welcome to Subscribe Newscast. I'm resident astrologer Cosmic Cannibal, and this is Cosmic Chronicles, your weekly report of all things astrology, from zodiac signs and planets to transits and horoscopes. Oh, and speaking of horoscopes, I've got yours for the day, Pluto Retrograde. Hold on to your butts. On April 27th, Pluto, planet of transformation, stationed retrograde in Capricorn and will moonwalk through the cardinal Earth sign until October 6th. Could there be a better way to end the semester than with a retrograde? Yes, I can think of plenty because retrogrades suck. Certainly, by this point, you've heard of Mercury retrograde and how it wreaks havoc on communication and technology. Well, Pluto retrograde reaches an altogether new level of havoc because the outer planet rules death, rebirth, destruction, crises, among other things. When retrograde, Pluto's energies turn inward. In plain English, this means that all the stuff Pluto rules, death, rebirth, destruction, crises, will surface in your life in an emotional and psychological way. The outer planet's main mission is to destroy in order to renew. That means you have to say goodbye to whatever isn't serving you in order to become a better version of yourself. That's the death and rebirth part. And it sounds simple, but it isn't. Most of what Pluto will ask us to destroy and renew are aspects of our lives most resistant to change. Yippee, right? According to astrologer.com, when Pluto retrogrades, we are given an opportunity to dive below the surface and better acquaint ourselves with psychic subconscious material. This psychic subconscious material usually manifests as secrets, unconscious fears, destructive people, or tendencies. There's a caveat, though. Pluto is an outer planet, which is code for slow-moving planet, which is further code for stay in one side forever and ever until generations learn their lessons planet. So, this dive under the surface isn't going to be a one-and-done thing. The reason for this is simple. According to astrologer.com, Pluto asks us to transcend that which we know, redeem ourselves in the process, and come out stronger as a result. Naturally, a process like that is going to take time. So let's take a brief look at the sign Pluto is transiting. In 2008, Pluto entered Capricorn and will continue transiting the cardinal Earth sign until 2024. At its best, Capricorn is organized, disciplined, law-abiding, and industrious. But at its worst, the cardinal Earth sign is ruthless, miserly, calculating, and controlling. We've unfortunately seen more of the bad side of Pluto and Capricorn during 2020 and into 2021, as the outer planet ruthlessly altered certain structures in our society. Small businesses, healthcare, the economy, all of which are aspects of life that fall under both Pluto and Capricorn's rulership. Pluto also rules viruses, tyranny, oppression, and power structures, so connect the dots on that one. Does that mean Pluto retrograde will manifest something similar in our lives again? Hardly. Although it could. For the most part, during Pluto retrograde, old habits or emotional bonds die. We let go of resentments or fears, we cut cords, and we take a good long look at our lives and determine what needs to be metaphorically destroyed and rebuilt. But this destroy and rebuild process will be as challenging as it will be unwelcomed, because honestly, who has ever gladly greeted a slow and painful period of psychological growth or severing of ties? Maybe Scorpio or Capricorn. I'm kidding. Of course, what we are being asked to transcend, strengthen, or restructure during this Pluto retrograde depends entirely on where the planet is transiting our charts. So, without further ado, your 2021 Pluto retrograde horoscope. Aries and Aries rising. This retrograde falls in your 10th house of status, career, and authority. If you've been wondering what to do with your life, or if there is an oppressive authority/mother figure calling all the shots, then this retrograde will force major contemplations about your life's direction, or lack thereof. Taurus and Taurus rising. Pluto retrograde migrates through your 9th house of adventure, aspirations, and higher education. Travel or graduation plans could be interrupted. Your worldview, including religious beliefs and personal philosophies, need to be restructured. This is easier said than done because you're not one to waffle on your values. Gemini and Gemini rising. Pluto retrograde transits your 8th house of shared resources, death, sex, rebirth, taxes, and taboos. Fun, right? Either yours or your partner's income may change, or an unexpected inheritance from a grandfather figure surfaces. This is a good time to reevaluate your creative depths or to do your damn taxes. Cancer and Cancer rising. Pluto retrograde is nestled in your 7th house of partnerships. If you're in a committed relationship or marriage and have been pondering a split, then this might be the time to put those ponderings into action. On the other hand, this period could be one of rebuilding pre-existing love bonds. Leo and Leo rising. Pluto retrograde backpedals through your 6th house of health, work, and routines. Expect physical and professional regeneration. Bad habits will become so blatantly obvious, you'll have no choice but to 86 them. Or, a habit you've already 86 will return. Work tensions may also rise, which might force you to look for a gig that better suits your schedule. Virgo and Virgo rising. Pluto retrograde is in your 5th house of love affairs and amusement. If you're involved with someone but not yet committed, watch that you or they don't get too emotionally heavy too soon. Remember, fling should be fun. Release some of your intense passions with outdoor activities or art. Libra and Libra rising. Pluto retrograde cycles through your 4th house of home and family. Deep thoughts arise about your living situation and whether a move is appropriate. You might also dig deeper into your heritage and background. Answering the questions of where you came from helps you know where you're going. Scorpio and Scorpio rising. Pluto retrograde musses up your 3rd house of communication and daily affairs. This affects how you speak your mind, express your ideas, and relay information to others. Email, text, phone, etc. Don't be surprised if you question yourself more. Conversations are businesslike and involve rebuilding, rebranding, or rescheduling one thing or another. Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising. Pluto retrograde falls in your 2nd house of money. Your financial situation may change for better or worse. Monitor what you spend and what you earn. Which number is higher? If it ain't earning, then you will have to tighten the purse strings. It's not the sexiest horoscope, I know. Capricorn and Capricorn rising. Pluto retrograde is in your 1st house of self. This is a period of self-improvement, but not that I'm going to eat healthy and get that glow type of self-improvement. No. Now's the time to gain control of your internal motivations and ego-driven urges so that you can better understand who you really are. This is true self-improvement. Aquarius and Aquarius rising. Pluto retrograde moonwalks through your 12th house of karma. Old wounds from past loves or past lives rip back open, and from the gashes rise buried aspects of yourself. Sounds a little woo-woo, but it's true. Clear your psyche's closet of those skeletons, or they'll continue haunting and controlling you. Pisces and Pisces rising. Pluto retrograde sits in your 11th house of future and friends. A friendship may have to end, or you stop pursuing a once meaningful goal. If you haven't already started reevaluating your ideals for life and friendships, you should. Procrastination will only further delay the inevitable progress of your future. And one final word on Pluto retrograde. It's not going to be as bad as it seems. Yes, change is hard, and the changes Pluto has been calling you to make since it entered Capricorn in 2008 have been difficult, and they have also taken time. Maybe you've already made them, and maybe you haven't. The point is, this is one transit out of 9 others, so try not to freak too much. And there you have it, your lowdown on 2021 Pluto retrograde with me, Cosmic Cannibal. Did you like this episode of Cosmic Chronicles? Be sure to tune in next week to hear all about Mercury and Venus in Gemini, and to get a sneak preview of all the rest of May's transits. It's an end-of-semester send-off you won't want to miss. Be sure to follow the Scribe on Instagram at @uccs.scribe, and visit our website, scribe.uccs.edu. And hey, while you're at it, follow UCCS Radio on Facebook and Instagram at UCCS Radio, and on Twitter at UCCS Online Radio. Thanks for listening.